with my friend tonight to eat, but I'm going with him tomorrow instead.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I'm
All
not
right.
in a rush to like sign off tonight. So we'll do a good show.
Yeah, man. Let me see if this thing. All right, so perfect. It's on. Let me welcome
Yeah,
everybody back to the first inning. And yeah, man. I mean, I got Michael Caputo with me today, and
yep.
yeah, man. The Yankees is up and down with me, man. I can't understand. It's like, like we
Yeah,
was just talking. We feel like broken records already. Like,
yeah,
like
it's up and down.
we
Yeah,
say they
and I
gotta
was gonna
hit, they
tell you
gotta
something
hit.
too.
You know.
I don't know how these Yankee fans could like be like in like a what do you call it? Basically like, oh, we got this, we're good, we don't have to worry, we're still at the top of the wild card. Yeah, but we only got a 1 game lead, or I think 2 at the most. They have to get at least a 5 game lead or a 6 game lead. Then I would be more comfortable. I mean, we don't have this wild card locked up by any means. It still could change overnight. I mean, the
It's
Yankees have to beat the
so
Orioles right now.
right now. Man, it's not
Tight.
it's not looking good. I don't even care that we have the wild card right now. I don't care about that. The point is the feeling that it doesn't feel good. You know what I
Because they're
mean?
up and down, because they're
It's
bipolar.
up
They're
and
not a
down.
consistent team.
Right.
They proved it to you now at the end of that West Coast trip that this team could do what they got to do. They could do that. They could do that again. They could go right back to being that staggering team that stumbles and bumbles, and they don't make it to the finish line. So you got to be careful, because this team is the heart crushers, man. The Yankees they'll break your heart. They'll rip your heart out. You got
For
to be
real.
careful with this team.
For real, man.
Yeah,
By now, you know how many people they probably killed by now? People
yeah.
watching
I
the
mean,
game and die
if
of
you
a
know
heart
better, you
attack?
don't kill yourself over the Yankees. But yeah, they probably gave a lot of
Jesus.
people cardiac arrest.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Probably.
saying. You know how many
Yeah,
strokes happened and
yeah.
seizures and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's just crazy. Well, they do that to all the fans. Why don't they give the fans more of like a easy, like a break? They're trying to
The
kill them all the
main
time. This up and down crap. I mean, we can't win easy. We can't win. We can't win a blowout. We can't win like a
nah,
tight game.
nothing.
The
We
Yankees.
can't
These 3
cruise.
games tonight have to be easy blowout wins. I don't care
Right.
what people tell me. Oh well, we're only 8-5 against the Orioles. That's embarrassing that we're even 8-5 against them. We should be undefeated against the Orioles every time we play them. Look at the Tampa Bay Rays. They're 18-1 against the Orioles. That's the reason why they're in first place. Let's be real. They're in first place because they beat the Orioles that many times.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and we've been doing good.
They're
We have
undefeated. They're
these.
almost undefeated against the Orioles. They have 1 loss against Baltimore. Why can't we be 18-1 against the Orioles?
We
I mean,
get to
that's
have
ridiculous.
these.
I mean, give me a break. The Rays don't have a powerhouse team.
We get to have these little win streaks because of them, and it carries on to the next series after them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and not really too happy about the way they finished out August. I mean, they had a great beginning of the month of August, a great month in general, and then they close it out with losing. I mean, they lost. They
yeah,
won the last game with Garrett Cole. Thank God.
yeah.
God can only imagine if they lost that game.
15
I mean,
strikeouts. 15 strikeouts.
yeah, he was unbelievable.
You
Yeah,
know?
he doesn't need no spite attack.
Hell to the
The guy.
no, man. Garrett Cole, he's the truth, man. You know, he had to be doubted a little bit, because we thought,
Yeah.
is he using the sticky stuff?
I
And
wish.
without
Yeah, I
it,
wish we
he's
had. I wish we had 4 more Garrett Coles in the rotation. I mean, if we had 4 more Garrett Coles, then this team would be just unstoppable, and they would win the World Series. It's a shame we don't have more guys like him. I mean, he proved why he's an ace. I mean, he went out there and dominated, and he led by example. 15 strikeouts, no walks, only 4 hits. I mean, 7 innings pitched. That's Garrett Cole, man. That's what an ace does. After we lose 2 in a row, and he goes out there and stops the bleeding. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. They easily should have took the Angels out. They should have took 2 out of 3 and swept them.
Yeah,
I mean, that
it's
was
true, man.
embarrassing.
But you know what? I know Kubla had a okay game. I know he gave up runs, whatever, but you know what? I think he will get better, and I'm hoping he will
Yeah,
get
that
better.
game was horrible. He looked good through 4 innings, and then he just completely imploded. He gave up the grand slam. You should have pulled him out of that inning when he was struggling. I don't know what Aaron Boone was doing. You take him out of the inning. You don't leave him in there. He said
Yeah,
he was only going to make him pitch 65, 70 pitches. You should have pulled him out. You don't leave him in there. And he gives up the grand slam.
it should have been more of a bullpen game because this is his first game back. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
well,
I mean? So he should have
and then
went.
Andrew Heaney just really made things worse. He really fucked everything up.
They should have let Kubla just go through the lineup just twice.
Yeah.
And then change him out. See how he does.
I mean, I don't know how the Yankees I just can't see. Oakland's a good team. I'll grant them that. That series didn't even bother me as much, and we split. We didn't lose, but you got to sweep the Angels. The Angels is that's disturbing to me. The Angels are a terrible team. I don't care what anybody tells me. They're in last place. How do you lose to a team like that? We used to struggle with those guys back then, I remember, and we never used to beat them. Remember back in the days? I mean, we used to always have a hard time playing the Angels, but we had their number we've had their number now ever since we beat them in 2009. So I don't know why the Yankees struggle with the Angels all of a sudden now. They usually they have their number now, the Yankees. So I don't know why they've struggled with them this season for some reason. I have no idea why.
Yeah, man. The Angels always been a bad team. It's just that they have a Yankee killer always, like a Mike Trout.
Not the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I mean, not after we beat them in the ALCS in 2009. The Angels have not been they have not been dominated against us. If you look at the numbers,
they haven't. No, they haven't. But I'm saying they got is Yankee killer.
They just get us every now and then.
You're right. All they have is the Yankee killer, Mike Trout, that they had in the beginning, and now it's Shohei Ohtani now.
Mike Trout didn't play the whole season, so he doesn't count. He never even played this season.
No, I'm not talking about this year. Maybe. I'm talking about a few years ago. After 2009, they had Mike Trout.
I don't even know if Mike Trout has good numbers against the Yankees, but Mike Trout just kills everybody. But I mean, if you want to use the excuse that they have Mike Trout, but they still been able to hold the Angels down. It's just that they get on these horrible, stupid losing streaks, and they start losing to bad teams. That's what happens. I mean. But it's all in their rearview now. They just concentrate on playing the Orioles, sweep this team. That series is over now. Now it starts a new beginning now for them. You got to focus on beating the teams that you're supposed to beat. You can't lose to teams that are below 500 and that are bottom feeders. You got to wipe these teams clean. That's it. I mean, they have to beat the Orioles now. This is embarrassing if they can't beat the Orioles.
It's true, man. They got to step up today and win, man. Who they got today? Italian?
No, Cortez. Cortez is good.
Cortez, that's right. Yeah, I mean, at least.
Yeah, and John Means is pitching tonight, and he's actually the Orioles' best pitcher. But I don't want to hear it. The Yankees have to sweep. You got to win all 3 games, and now they're playing all these games at home now. So they're home now. The Yankees, they play great at home. They have their best record at home. They better win these games. I mean, there's no excuses. They're home. They're playing the Orioles. You got your best lineup tonight. Look at their lineup tonight. Check it out. I mean, you mean to tell me that this team isn't going to – you can't sweep the Orioles? Come on. You got to sweep them.
Damn, they put out the Yankee lineup, but not the Baltimore lineup.
Yeah, they always do that. I could care less about the Orioles lineup.
But you got LeMahieu. Man, my computer keeps moving. Gallo. It's LeMahieu, Gallo, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, Voit, Torres, Odor, and Sanchez.
Yeah, Urshela's not in there because we were supposed to go for an MRI for his wrist. I hope that comes out okay, but he should be back. So they got everybody in there except Urshela. They have to win this. And you notice Urshela kind of, I don't know, people are saying Urshela kind of kind of jinxed the Yankees a little bit. They were losing all those games when Urshela came back.
Well, you know what, and I don't want to really say this, but a lot of these other people on YouTube or whatever kind of jinxed it themselves.
But it seems like when they got all their reinforcements back, the Yankees got worse. I don't know why. When they get their team back to full strength, this team doesn't play up to par. Like they go backwards. I mean, you're supposed to play better when you get all you guys healthy and back. How are you supposed to get worse? And the thing I don't like about this lineup tonight, I love the lineup, but why is Gallo batting second? What the hell? Why is he batting second? That's a strikeout artist right there.
Good point there, because the guy's batting like 190 something for the whole month of August or something like that. It's crazy.
He's just, I'm sorry, man, but this Gallo, this guy's a strikeout king. All he does is strike out. Aaron Judge should be batting third. Stanton should be batting second. I don't know why Gallo's batting second. And they have Stanton in the outfield. Thank God. I was waiting for them to put him. They haven't played him in the outfield the last 3 days. I don't know why Aaron Boone does that and gives him rest. They're so afraid of playing him in the outfield because of injuries. Well, you have him in. I think he's in right field tonight. Stanton, Judge is in center, and Gallo's in left. So that's good. And the DH is Luke Voigt. Good job. But why are you batting Gallo second? That makes no sense to me.
Word.
He strikes out a ton. I mean, that's the only stupid thing they did in the lineup.
Yeah, because you know how they say baseball players say that I know the pitcher's gonna pitch me hard because the guy in front of me is even tougher. So they're gonna pitch him the same way. That's some big
it's stupid analytics. Stuff. Once again, right? That had to be an analytical move.
So,
but I don't know why in the hell Gallo. In my opinion, I think he should be batting in the lineup. I think he should be batting ninth because that guy can't hit for shit. He's terrible. I don't know what's going to be when they get into the playoffs. What he's going to do because this guy, if he shows in the playoffs, they're going to boo his ass out of the stadium. Because this guy is just. He can't hit. I don't know, man. I don't know what Yankee fans are looking at. Me and you were talking about this way before the guy came here. He's not. This guy's a choke artist.
Yeah, man. You know what? Come to look at it, if you look at the thing, I mean, they could have put Anthony Rizzo batting second.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it would have been my lineup would have been LeMahieu first, Stanton second, Judge third, fourth Stanton, fifth Voit, sixth Torres. And then et cetera, et cetera. But that's the way I would have did it.
I'll put Gallo last, Sanchez 8, and then Odor 7.
I just said I would have batted him 9th or 8th. Gallo, how do you put him in the top of the order? He's your second. I mean, please change that lineup tomorrow. They win with this lineup today, and don't put him in the line. Don't put him second in the lineup tomorrow. Bat him freaking like 8th or 9th. This guy doesn't deserve to bat second. He's a joke.
For real, man. I mean, wow. I mean, let me see if there's a.
He should be batting at the bottom of the lineup right now. The way he's hitting, you look at his average since he came to the Yankees. I think he's hitting like 180 or something. He has to pick it up, man. Pick it up or get benched. I mean, this guy is like a. I love that they brought the two Italians to the team. You know how I feel about that. But this guy has to wake up. He sucks.
And come to look at it, right? Joey Gallo has never faced John Means.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of batting in second was. That's like an out right there. LeMahieu's going to probably get on base, and then this guy is going to make an out. He strikes out.
Kyle Hishigawa has a home run off of him.
He's not in the lineup though. Sanchez is in the lineup.
And Sanchez don't even have. Sanchez has a home run off of him. LeMahieu has a home run off of him, and Luke Voigt has a home run off of him.
Oh, okay, so that's good. They actually maybe should have played Higashioka then.
Tyler Wade has a home run off of him too.
He's not in the lineup.
And he's not in the lineup, so they got some.
Their lineup is fine. It's not. They have the A lineup in there. That's not my problem. My problem is that they put Gallo second. I don't like that. He should have batted way down in the order because he's terrible. And you know who's been ice cold too? Rizzo. I mean, he's another one that's been in like a slump.
Yeah, he's been. I don't know what happened there. I think they should give him more at bats, man. You know, I think that's what he needs.
Well, they have been. They've had him in the lineup the whole time. The guy's just not. He's in a slump. He's just not good. He's not doing good so far. But he'll turn it around because the guy's a great hitter. But he's just been in like a slump. Gallo, this guy he's never going to turn around. He is what he is. He's a 206 hitter, strikes out a million times, or he gets on, or he walks. Rizzo will eventually he'll turn it up. But this guy, I just don't think he's gonna. I mean, he is what he is, man. He might hit like this for the rest of the season. I mean, Gallo, he's just not a. As long as you got Judge hitting like crazy and Stan hitting like crazy, then you're good. I mean, those two could carry the lineup for the rest of the way. But Gallo, he's got to come up big. And LeMahieu, I can't believe DJ LeMahieu. Me and you were talking about this guy signing a big contract. He's got to do better, man. Yeah. He's your leadoff hitter.
Well, he's hurt. He's hurt. You know that, right? He's hurt.
Yeah, he's playing injured. We all know that. He's got the tricep injury, and God knows what else. He might have something else that we don't know about.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't know what kind of pain he's in. You know what I mean?
And they're not going to reveal it until the end of the season. He wants to play through the season. I give him that. I mean, I give him a lot of credit. He's a real, the guy's a real trooper. He wants to help the team win, but he's really hurting it. I mean, the guy is just not hitting. He's like, he used to hit with runners. This guy used to be the best clutch hitter in all baseball for the last 2 years. He was the best hitter. He's supposed to be the best hitter. Let's be real. The guy is supposed to be the Yankees' best hitter on this team.
Yeah, it's that's
He's
true.
just
He's the
not. He's just
machine.
not living up to the contract. I mean, he got his money, and now the guy just like disappeared. He's not.
It's
I
true,
mean,
man.
he's your leadoff hitter, man. You gotta like get on base and come through in big situations. He's not getting those clutch hits anymore like he used to. This is the guy who won a batting title, 2 batting titles. He won. He won with the Rockies and the Yankees, and he's only hitting 265 or 270. He should be hitting 320.
Yeah, that's true, man. I don't know, man. I mean, it's and then again, he's hurt, so he's
Yeah,
not
he's playing
playing.
injured. It's
He's
obvious.
not. He's
If
not
he's
playing
healthy
to
and
his
he's
full
hitting like that,
potential.
you mean to tell me that this guy got washed up overnight? I mean, he just all of a sudden now he can't hit no more and he's washed up. He just signed a big contract. He signed 6 years. He won a batting title last year. He had 364. The year before that, he had 327. So all of a sudden, now the guy just sucks overnight now. I mean, how do you go from hitting 364 to 265? I don't
You
get
lose
that.
your power when you hurt like that. When there's pain in your swing, you lose power, man. So when you hit the
Yeah,
ball, that's like
yeah.
a bolt of lightning of pain hitting you
I know
every
it is.
time.
Well, he must be really, really in a lot of pain then, because you don't go from 364 to 265. And this guy's known to hit for average every year. He did it with the Rockies. I was even telling Roger when he was on the show, because he was telling me that, oh, well, usually he's a 265 to 270. No, he's not. The guy, look at his career stats with the Rockies. He always hit 300, LeMahieu. But he got
Yeah,
even better when he came to the Yankees. He really,
yeah,
just exploded onto the scene. But
yeah. He's a
this guy
300
should
hitter.
definitely be hitting over 300.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
definitely some kind of cause of injury, I think, or some problem that he's going through. I mean, it has to be, because you can't go from hitting that high to that low now. I
That's
mean,
true.
I
That's
mean, you think
true.
it's just a tricep injury? I don't know what that is.
Well, if you notice, right, when he hits the ball, right, it's all ground balls like choppers.
Yep,
You know,
automatic outs, and when
or
there's
like
men on
pop
base with
ups.
the bases loaded. I'm not excited the way I was the last 2 years. Remember how excited you used to be when men would, when it used to be bases loaded and there used to be runners in scoring position.
Yeah,
You knew he would always, every time he came up, you knew he was going to come through. Now he comes up, and I'm saying to myself, oh boy, I don't know, man. He might like strike out. He might hit into a double play.
yeah, man. I
I
mean,
don't.
he has no power in his swing. Like if you notice the
No,
fly
well, he's not a
balls,
power hitter. He's a contact hitter. But yeah, he used to hit for power too a little bit.
but right, if you notice the fly balls that he hits, right, like a normal fly ball, it goes super high and comes
Yeah,
down. His like floats up, and just drops. Like it's weak.
yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
even know if like making him the leadoff hitter is a good idea anymore. You know who I would make a leadoff hitter on this team is Greg Allen, but they don't want to call this guy up. That's who I think should be the leadoff hitter. Screw DJ LeMahieu. I mean, right now, because he's in. I don't know what this guy is on, because he's not hitting the way he should be hitting. LeMahieu is
Yeah,
LeMahieu is supposed to be a true like contact hitter. Hits for average every year.
yeah,
Gets on base. He's a clutch hitter. He's an incredible player, but I don't know what's going on with him this year. He's just not
yeah.
living up to. I hope next year he has a better season, but he better hit in the playoffs, because we need him in the postseason. He better hit.
Sure does, man. I don't know, man.
And I think that's a big reason. I'm telling you right now, I quote, it's a big reason why I think the Yankees are not like in first place. Like, I think that's a big reason why the Yankees have not been able to really take
Yeah,
off this year, because of LeMahieu. LeMahieu was the
true.
reason why the Yankees I'm telling you, I think he was the reason why they were in the positions they were every year, because he's a true, he's their leadoff guy, and he's like really the best hitter on this team. He's like a clutch hitter. He's the best clutch hitter on this team. And now, he hasn't done that. I mean, that's why I think the Yankees are not running away with this division. I mean, they're not like in first place.
It's true, man, because that affects the squad, man, because
Yeah.
you're supposed to be setting it like, you're
Yeah, that's
supposed to be
like
setting
Jeter
an
not hitting.
example.
That's like Jeter not hitting for average. That's like Jeter hitting 265, and he's your leadoff hitter. Same exact thing. They
Yeah.
probably would still make the playoffs if Jeter was hitting that low for average. But that's supposed to be that's the table setter.
Now,
I mean,
what I was gonna say too, right? It also
yeah,
hurts the Yankees defensively, LeMahieu being hurt that way because, in all reality, LeMahieu right now he's a better third baseman on the team right now Because
I still like him
because he
better at
can't.
second. I still love his defense at second, but
But here's
yeah,
why
I
though,
mean,
because
defensively, I haven't seen a decline. I see a decline in his hitting,
he
but I
can't.
don't see it in the defense.
Yeah, because he can't play third base because he's hurt. So
I know.
now on second base, when he turns the double play, sometimes
Yeah,
he fails at that because
he
he's not
does.
throwing the ball hard enough.
Yeah,
He's
and not only
floating
that,
it
I was going to
over.
say too. Yeah, he's not like getting those double play balls like he used
He's
to.
not whipping it, man. You know how they
Nah,
whip the ball? Flat. You
yeah,
know they get it and they whip it. You know what I mean?
yeah, they whip it. Yeah,
He's
he's
not
not
whipping
getting
it.
that. Like I know he's not getting that no more. But I was going to say too, even Gio Urshela this year has been a disappointment now. Ever since he came back too from the injury list, he's another guy. And I even told you, I think Gio Urshela is the best. Even better than LeMahieu is this year because LeMahieu's not living up to it, and I think Urshela took over for that role now. But now he's not even hitting like that. So who can you rely on to get those big clutch hits now? Well, you got Aaron Judge and you got, I guess, Stanton. That's it. I mean, you got to rely on these two guys because, maybe Luke Voigt, maybe because he's been coming up with a lot of big hits. But there's nobody really that you could say in this lineup who's going to get me that huge hit with the bases loaded. Those are the only two guys. That's it.
I mean, you know how that feeling was when you saw Big Poppy come up to the plate?
Yeah.
That's what we need. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When Big Poppy came up to the plate, you already know he was gonna get a hit.
Yeah, there's not really that threat. We don't have that 1 through 9. I mean, we have 1 through 9, but we don't have. They're not all hitting on cylinders. They're not clicking on all cylinders. They're not it's not like Aaron Judge and Stanton. Those two guys right now are hitting like crazy. I mean, they're scary. You don't want to see them up at the plate. I mean, they're amazing. I tell you, if it wasn't for them right now, the Yankees would be probably out of it. I mean, they're carrying this team.
We need that guy like Big Poppy that when he comes up, we used to be like, oh my God, I hope Big Poppy don't hit no home run. And he hits a damn home run. You know what I mean? To blow the game up.
You gotta have Aaron Judge do that. Then he's got to be the one to blow the game up.
Yeah, man, we need those type of clutch. And the Yankees never had clutch, man.
No,
they
don't have the clutch team. They don't have the threat. And I tell this to Yankee fans, and they all yell at me and say I'm not a real fan. But it's the truth. There's not a threat in this lineup. There's a lot of guys that are ice cold this year. LeMahieu's not hitting the way he's supposed to. Urshela's not hitting great now. Gleyber Torres has been in a slump ever since last season. The guy has had 2 awful seasons, last year and this year. Gary Sanchez has always been bad. The guy's been bad for the last 3 years. So who's really a threat besides Aaron Judge and Stanton? You need at least 5 dangerous hitters on this team. So, I mean, you got to have at least 1 through 5 where it's dangerous. You only could rely on those 2 guys. I mean, you can't win with just 2 guys in your lineup hitting.
It's true, man. You can't. You need. It's all in. Everybody has to be hitting, man.
And Rizzo and Gallo, I mean, they're kind of cold right now. They have to step up now. I mean, they have to because this is we're down to the last month now, and you got to really turn this around. And I know they could, but things have to get better, and they have to play better. I mean, they have to sweep the Orioles. That's all there is to it now. I still think they're going to make the playoffs.
Look, you said there's 20-something games left, 25-ish games left?
I think it's 20, 28 now, 29. I'm not sure. They're around that, close to 30 games left.
And the Yankees are only 6.5 games behind Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So it's if and Tampa Bay has lost twice already.
Yeah.
So if we win tonight, we'll be 6 games behind.
Yeah, but I don't really have my eye on the division anymore at this point because when we were 4 games out and we won that 13-game winning streak, we still couldn't catch the Rays. So what makes you think now we're going to catch them? Only 6 games out. We were 4 games out. I think that's the closest we ever came, and we still couldn't. Take the division.
All Tampa Bay needs is 3 bad series. And we need 3 good series next coming. We can take first place.
The Yankees really have to. They have to catch them at the right time. I mean, they caught the Red Sox, but the Rays are just a different team. I mean, they lost the last 2 games, so you got to look at the positives, I guess. But it's going to be hard to win that division. I still say that they're going to just be the wild card team, unless the Rays go on a huge collapse. The Red Sox did, so you have to hope the Rays do. But it's just not going to be easy. I mean, to catch them, it's you need to really catch lightning in a bottle for them to catch that team. They were only 4 games out. They couldn't even catch them at 4 games, and they won a 13-game winning streak. they should have easily caught the Rays after that, and they still couldn't catch them for the division. So that's why I don't know if they're going to catch them, because you couldn't catch them then. How you going to catch them now?
It's true, man.
I mean, I want to win the division, but
as
it's
I look at Tampa Bay schedule, right? Tonight, look, they lost to Boston. It seems like Boston got their number, right?
Yeah.
So let's hope they have a bad time with the Minnesota Twins. This weekend they play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Twins, right? So then again, they play against Boston. Maybe Boston could beat them.
Yeah.
And maybe this could be the bad week, and hopefully the Yankees have a good week.
But in a way, it's like I want the Red Sox to beat them, but I don't want them to beat them because they're leading now. The Red Sox are right behind us in the wild card. Now, you don't understand. The Yankees have to build a bigger lead in the wild card now because they're only a slim one game. The Yankees could easily drop out of this wild card if they lose a couple more games. I mean,
if we keep winning and they win, it stays the same.
No, it does. That's good. But the Red Sox, I want the Red Sox to start losing games because I don't want them to keep winning because that's not good for us either because you have to get that first wild card. If you get the second wild card, you're playing the Red Sox in Fenway, right?
Oh, that's what we don't want. That's what I'll be talking about. Also, it's gonna be the Red Sox? No, we don't play the
Red Sox or Oakland, unless Oakland comes out and they start to play better. It's going to be Oakland or Red Sox who play in the wild card. And if you get the second wild card, you got to play them in Fenway. That's why you want the first wild card, because if you get the first wild card, you play them in Yankee Stadium.
But
that's why.
Right. So the first wild card you play, you play in your home stadium.
Yeah, that's why I want the first wild card. They're not going to drop out of the wild card they're not going to drop out of it altogether. They'll get one of the wild cards. They'll be in the race and they're going to make the playoffs. But I don't want the second wild card because if we get the second one, we're not going to play Yankee Stadium, and then we're going to play in Boston. I don't want that. They don't play well out in Fenway, the Yankees.
No, they don't, man, because they can't take the harassment over there.
Not only that, they don't play the Yankees. The four places the Yankees do not win are Fenway Park, Minute Maid Park, Tropicana Field, and Oakland. Those are the four places that you go out there and you're not going to win. I mean, they just don't play well out in those places. I mean, Houston, they can't win. They can't win in Tampa Bay. They can't win out in Oakland. They have a hard time over there, and they can't win in Boston. So you got to be home. You have to be Yankee Stadium.
Remember that one time they punched Gary Sheffield in the face, the fan, while he was getting the ball?
I think, I don't know. I forgot when that was. I don't know if he got hit in the face, but
the kid, they try to hit him in the face, or they try to punch him in the face, and Sheffield, he threw punches at the dude.
Oh yeah, no, that was Gary Sheffield. Yes, I remember that. That was in Fenway. Yeah, he punched him. He went to go for the ball, and the guy punched him. I remember that. Yeah,
those fans are nuts over there, man.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, they're crazy fans. I don't see Yankee fans doing that. I mean, they're rowdy too, but that's a little too far.
Right. I was watching this guy. I forget his name now, but he vlogs Dodger games, right? Dodger game. Yo, and I was watching, they were showing the crowd. Yo, the crowd is like the bleachers in the 90s in Yankee Stadium.
Which one? Which place? What stadium?
Dodger Stadium. Dodger.
Oh yeah, Dodger Stadium reminds me of the old Yankee Stadium.
Yo, I was watching this video like, yo, this is like getting nervous right here. Like,
yeah.
Yo,
I love Dodger Stadium. It reminds me of the old Yankee Stadium. It's a huge, big, beautiful stadium, and it reminds me of the old Yankee Stadium. It's a huge stadium, Dodger Stadium. It's like it's the biggest stadium in baseball, actually.
Yeah,
we used to have a stadium as big as that. Too big. I don't know why the Yankees got rid of the old stadium. I love that old stadium, but this new stadium is not. It's not even close to being as big as the old one. But yeah, I mean, the Boston fans are rowdies. They're just I don't know. They're animals. Those fans. I remember when that guy wanted to go take a swing at Gary Sheffield for no reason.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is wild, man. Wild, man. Yo, I saw, talk about wild fans, man. I never forget. I think it was the hockey team. Of Colorado. or
Edmonton. Actually,
I think it was
the Philly fans are ridiculous. Yeah, I heard Edmonton
or I
fans
think it was
or
Philly. Yeah,
Vancouver fans are crazy.
I think it was Philly, right? And check this out, right?
Yeah.
The player got sent to the penalty box, right? And he's sitting in the penalty box, and the fan, he's leaning over the glass talking crap to this guy, right? Like, I'll kick your ass and all that, right? And you know what happens? The glass broke, right? Bam! And the fan, he fell into the booth of the penalty box. Yo, this dude whips his ass in the penalty box, yo. And they couldn't open the door because he had the door locked. Now, now that's the reason why they have a security guard in the penalty boxes now.
Yeah.
To open the door because of that, yo. That's crazy. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, these sports fans, they're too much. They take it too far. It's just sports at the end of the day. They start going after the players.
Another crazy moment. Shout out to Will Zimmerman on the check-in, man. Another crazy moment that I remember was remember John Rocker? When he was talking crap about New York people and all that.
Yeah, I remember I heard stories that he was riding the train to Yankee Stadium and he wanted to see what it was like or something. I think it was either Yankee Stadium or the Mets because he used to troll the Met fans hard. John Rocker. He hated the Mets more than anything.
And I remember that game when he came to Shea Stadium, man. They were throwing D batteries at him. Yo.
Yeah, he was that guy had a real he was like a head case. John Rocker. He was nuts.
And you know, I saw him in Cooperstown, man, right there on the sidewalk, man. You could go up to him and touch him, man. It's crazy, yo.
You know what was a real nightmare? Like a time bomb? Milton Bradley. Remember that guy, Milton Bradley?
Yes.
He punched a fan out, you know. He punched a fan.
Yeah.
He actually went directly towards the fan, and he punched him. He just, out of just anger, I guess, or frustration, he just lost himself. He had anger management. He was that guy was a nut job. But the recent memory I remember with the Yankees and Red Sox was that fight with obviously you remember the classic the Pedro we threw down Don Zimmer.
That was crazy. That was like yo, everybody from New York, we about to go up to Boston right now and beat everybody ass in Boston.
Yeah, and then remember, I don't know if you remember too, there was a fight in the bullpen later that game with Jeff Nelson. I think it was a Red Sox fan or. Remember, there was a fight in the bullpen or something. There was a big brawl.
Yeah, I believe it was with fans. Yeah, it was with fans.
Yeah, it was Nelson and a fan or something. A fan came into the bullpen and started to. The Red Sox fans are animals. They're just, I don't know. And they say that we're crazy. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of crazy, rowdy fans too, but their fans, I think they're worse.
It's not like that at Yankee Stadium, though. When you go to Yankee Stadium, it's like Disney World. You know what I mean?
Nuts.
It's like Disney
What about
World.
The fight with Varitek and A-Rod? That was another crazy fight with Ten Sturts, and that was another brawl. They've had a lot of brawls, those two teams.
Yeah, a lot of good ones, man.
Yeah, they did.
You know, but they don't have that type of rivalry no more.
Nah, I told you, I thought the rivalry was the best when the Yankees were beating the Red Sox constantly, when the Red Sox never won a World Series, when they were cursed. That's what made it great. Now it's I'm not excited when we play them anymore. I just don't.
Yeah,
first of all, you don't have the same players anymore. You don't have Manny Ramirez. You don't have Ortiz. You don't have Pedro. You don't have Johnny Damon. It's not the same guys. It's just it's a different team. I know these Red Sox players, they're still good, but it's not the same rivalry. It was only great because they were cursed.
Yeah.
I don't know how people could say the best rivalry. Not anymore. It used to be. Not anymore. I used to love watching those games back then, man. I used to look forward to it. I just couldn't wait. I was so excited. Yeah. Now I watch the games. It's like, I don't know. I want to beat them, though. I hope we beat them in the playoffs.
Those games were sellout games, too.
Yeah, especially after what they did to us in the playoffs in 2004 and 2018. I mean, the Yankees, you can't lose to them again. If they play them in the wild card, they better beat them. They cannot lose to this team again. I mean, that's 3 times now. You better beat the Red Sox this time, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, they gotta get it together, man. Enough of this up and down already, man.
Well, they gotta handle business tonight. It better be a sweep. They easily should sweep this team. I was very disappointed in the last 2 series with Oakland and the Angels. I thought we were going to take care of those games. I don't know what happened after that winning streak. It seems like they went into a tailspin. And then they played the Angels, and I don't know what happened in the Angels series. I thought I was seeing things. I thought they were going to destroy the Angels. That should have been an easy series win. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't for Garrett Cole's brilliant performance, they would have got swept.
Yeah, it's true, man.
The way they were hitting, and when this hitting goes bad, that's a problem. They can't be slumping now. They're hitting, because that's a problem. Because their starting pitching has not really been that good the last couple of games. Their rotation is a little scary now. Taillon is pitched like crap. I don't know what happened to Jamison Taillon. He was like great. I don't know, his last 9 starts, he was excellent. That's another show of concern now. Their starting rotation is a little shaky now. It's kind of come back to earth. It's not that good.
Nah, man, it really hasn't been, man.
I mean, who do you trust in this rotation after Garrett Cole? That's why it's going to be a problem when we get to the playoffs. Like, who do you trust besides Garrett Cole and maybe Jordan Montgomery? But who do you really trust? Corey Kluber is old. Severino's coming off an injury. Cortez is not really a starter. That's why I think they should call up that Luis Gill kid, and he should put him in the rotation. Because I don't really trust anybody else in this rotation, to be honest with you.
It's true, man. I mean, this bullpen is bad.
And the bullpen's another problem. We haven't even got to see the bullpen lately because the Yankees haven't really been in games, and they not. That's another story. Their bullpen is probably their Achilles heel more than anything. But
yeah,
these guys don't have any experience. These pitchers, like Taillon's never pitched in the playoffs. I mean, Jordan Montgomery's pitched last year, but they don't really have the postseason experience. Garrett Cole does, but that's it. I mean, who else in this rotation could you really hand the ball to that you can trust?
It's true, man.
Severino's been out the last 3 years. He's probably going to be in the bullpen when he comes back, so you're not going to see him in the rotation. So I'm just saying, so they got to sweep the Orioles. Like they have to sweep this team. No excuses. It should be a clean sweep this week, and I think it will. They will make the playoffs, and is a wild card, I guess. But they have to get a bigger lead. They need a bigger cushion, man, because you can't be confident with a 1-game lead, a slim 1-game lead. They have to get at least a 5-game, 6-game lead, because that's you hold on for dear life with that lead. I mean, I'd be a little worried. You have to keep winning now. I mean, and you have to sweep these teams out. You have a big 9 home game stand coming up, is it 9 games or 7 actually? They're playing the Orioles and the Blue Jays. So they should easily take care of this schedule. They have an easy schedule for the rest of the way. They play all these bum teams. So that's it. Go out and do what you're supposed to do. Take care of business.
One thing Will said, Luis Gill and Davy Garcia, they got to come back up.
Davy Garcia is not coming back up. He's terrible. They're not using Davy Garcia. Davy Garcia is trash. They'll use Luis Gill. Davy Garcia sucks. His numbers in the minors are terrible. He's not coming up, bro. He's terrible, Davy Garcia. They'll bring up Luis Gill. Forget about Davy Garcia. Davy Garcia is trash. He's horrible. His numbers are terrible in the minors.
So they got to get rid of that dude. What's his name? Heaney?
Oh, Heaney. Yeah, Heaney is terrible. They should just release that guy. I don't want this guy in the bullpen, in the rotation. I don't want him anywhere.
He's a waste.
He's terrible. He's going to cost the Yankees everything if they use this guy. You better take this guy completely out of the whole. He's not going to make the playoff roster anyway, so I don't think we have to worry. He won't be on the playoff roster.
Jacoby Ellsbury his ass right away, yo.
To release him. I don't know why they traded for him. He's a bum. I hated that trade. I never liked it from the beginning. I mean, look at the guy's numbers. Did you really think he was going to do good? I don't know how he pitched good against the Red Sox that time. At 1 game he pitched.
You gotta tell him to do like the NFL football players, like to fake an injury and they go down and they get that.
Whatever it is, just release this guy. I don't care. Just
get
release him off the team. He's terrible.
That way you can bring up somebody else, man, like Luis Gill.
I mean, they got to bring up Luis Gill, and I want Luis Gill up, and I want Greg Allen up, but I know they're not going to bring Greg Allen up. They just bring up Luis Gill and put him in that rotation. I heard they're going to put him in the bullpen though, so maybe that'll be a big weapon for them.
Didn't the Yankees bring up Florial?
Yeah, they brought him up too, so he's up, so that's good.
So how come he hasn't been playing? Why are they still putting
I don't know.
Brett Gardner in there?
That's what they do, the Yankees. I mean, they just like to shortchange these guys.
He should be the center fielder right now.
Yeah, but then you're not going to have. Yeah, but then by putting him in center field, you're not going to be able to put Stanton in the outfield, and you're not going to have Luke Voigt in the DH. So they can't do that, because then by doing that, see, that's why they're not bringing up Greg Allen. Because if you put Greg Allen in center Where's Stanton playing? And Stanton can't be in the outfield, and then Luke Voigt can't be as a DH. So that's probably why they're not doing that. You could still have him off the bench, though. I would still put him off the bench.
Field, though. Stanton was playing left field. He could play left field, and you got Florial.
Yeah, but you have Judge in center, Stanton in right, and Gallo in left. Where are you putting Greg Allen? You got to put him on the bench then, but they don't even put him on the bench.
Oh yeah.
I put him as a bench guy instead of the other stupid guy they brought up. That Rogers said he thought he was so good. That Jonathan Davis, that guy's garbage. He sucks. Yeah. Remember that guy they brought up? He brought him up like 3 times already. That guy's terrible.
Yeah, because then if you're gonna bring up Greg Allen, then you gotta bring down Andrew Velasquez.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure it out and say to myself, well, why are the Yankees doing this? But now I realize I think that's why they're doing it. If you put Greg Allen in center field, you can't put Stanton nor Voigt, I think, in the lineup. But one of them is going to be in, and then one of them is going to be out because Stanton plays left field. So then, yeah, you can't. Whatever I know they're putting Judge in center field. I don't get that move that much, but it's working. Judge, he plays great. Judge just plays great in the outfield. He's a great all-around player, Judge. But if you put Greg Allen in center field, where you putting Stan? Because Judge has to be in right, and then left field is they put Gallo in left for some reason. Then they should just put Stanton in left field. Then I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
But you're gonna miss somebody in the lineup if you put Allen in there. So I guess you put him. You have to have him on the bench, and then Luke Voigt. You want Luke Voigt to still be in the lineup as the DH. So you have to have. Either or. It's going to have somebody out of the lineup. So that's why they're not doing that. But Luis Gil should absolutely be on this team. That's no excuse.
Well, you know what? He can fit. Well, you know what? You let Greg Allen play left field, and you work around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then. You let him play. He plays center field too, right?
Yeah, he could play center and left. Yeah, but if you put Greg Allen in left, then who's gonna play? Who's playing in center field? Then then Stanton can't be in the outfield. Then I don't want Stanton.
No, I'm saying
on the bench.
you have Greg Allen in center field. You have you could still You have Stanton in left field, Allen in center. You got Judge in right.
Oh, and then you forgot somebody. Joey Gallo. Then that means Joey Gallo can't play.
He's going to sit down. He ain't hitting anyway, so he's going to sit down.
Yeah, but you got to play. They traded for him. They're not going to bench him now. That was a big – the Yankees made a pretty big trade with this guy. They're going to play the guy. They're not going to bench him. As much as I say the guy has been terrible, he has been, but he has to get reps in the lineup, and he has to get big hits. This guy is not going to sit down, and, he has to step up, Gallo. This guy has to step up. He's been nothing but just striking out too much. He's a disappointment. I don't know what he's going to do in the playoffs. I'm dying to see what he's going to do in the postseason because I'm not impressed with this guy. I know what he's going to do in the playoffs. He's going to probably strike out. Be prepared.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be creating hurricanes over there.
Well, let's just say this: he's not the guy that you want up with the bases loaded and no outs. No way. If they're in the ALCS or the ALDS. Or the World Series, and he's up with the bases loaded, he's the last guy that I want up in that situation. I'd rather take Gary Sanchez in a spot like that than him. And Gary Sanchez is horrible. I'd rather have Gary Sanchez. Anybody but Joey Gallo. You want Aaron Judge up in that situation, definitely. Stanton, Urshela, anybody but Joey Gallo. Rizzo, you do not want this guy in the bases loaded. You know he's going to strike out.
Yeah, it's true.
And he doesn't hit many double plays, and now he's hit to a lot of double plays lately, which he doesn't hardly ever do. But he just strikes out. He either walks or he strikes out. That's what you're going to get from him. But hopefully in the playoffs he does great, and his team performs amazing, and we win the World Series. I hope so, but they'll make the playoffs. Whether it's the wild card division, just take care of the Orioles tonight. This should be an easy sweep. This will probably be a blowout tonight. I think the Yankees will blow the Orioles out.
Well, we'll be back in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it has to happen, man.
John Means. Come on, this is easy money tonight. If you're betting on the Yankees, you got to win a lot of money tonight.
See, for real, right? Right. What's that thing? DraftKings? Yeah,
Yeah,
you go.
if you imagine if you have like 20 grand tonight, you're gonna win all that money. You should.
I know, man. I wish I had that money back in 2019 when they were going crazy like that. I would have won a lot of money myself.
Yeah, they have to win tonight. I mean, it's a guarantee. They have to win the whole series. All 3 games. They have to win.
Yeah, man. Well, anyway, I guess we said it all, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
end
you
it
know,
here,
watch the
man.
games tonight. Are you going to any other games? I think. How many more games are you going to this season with Roger?
You know
Anyways.
what? I got I think 3 games with Roger.
Oh, I thought that was it.
Um,
Yeah. I
I'm
heard he's
going.
not going to any playoff games because it's too expensive. So.
Yeah, it's nah. I don't know, man. That's crazy. I'm going to a game with Bryson on
Oh.
the 8th, September 8th.
Oh. That's
Against
cool.
Toronto, I'll be there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to any games this season. Maybe next year. I don't. I haven't been to a Yankee game in forever, but eventually I'll get to one. But the playoffs, you could forget. The tickets are going to be too much. I'm just going to watch them at home. I haven't went to a Yankee game. I think since like 2012 or 2011. It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure. Well, the wild card game, it'll
Yeah.
be regular price.
Yeah.
Regular price ticket, but once it gets to the division series, it's
That's
gonna
when it
be
gets
like
crazy.
it's gonna be like about $30-something for the upper deck or something like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal.
Cheapest ticket, and you know how it works up.
Yeah, tonight's game is 7. What is it? 7:05 tonight. The game. I think it's 7:05.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium, man. They back in the Bronx.
Yeah, this is going to be a sweep. We just need to win all these games. Don't worry about the Red Sox. Don't worry about Tampa. If they lose, that's great. But you have to win all these games, and they got to sweep them. That's it. This has got to be a sweep. You know that. They got to start off on the right foot now. They should. I expect this team to actually go on another big winning streak too. Not 13 in a row, but I think they're going to go on maybe like a 9-game winning streak or something like that.
Well, that's gonna work in their favor because Tampa Bay is gonna have a real hard schedule coming up.
Yeah, they are. I think the Yankees are going to go on another big run. Yeah, and Tampa could start losing. Hopefully, they go into a slump. I just don't think we're going to catch them in the division. I think those chances.
It's possible.
I think those chances have went down the drain. I just think the wild cards. They're the only possibility. That obviously is going to. We're definitely going to make it as a wild card, but they have to get more. They have to make more ground up. They don't have a big enough lead. I know they're the first wild card, but
remember, we 6 games. 6 games away from the division, and we play them in the last 3 games of the year.
Yeah, it's 6 games. Yeah, we do. But we got to be at least 3 games out when we play them. We can't be 6 games out.
Yeah,
we got to be at least right there. And I tell you, the only team I can really see giving the Yankees a threat is Tampa. I like our chances. Whoever we play in the playoffs, I think we could beat the White Sox. I think we could beat Houston. The only team I think that's going to give us trouble is the Rays. That's really the only team that you see as a threat.
It's true.
I mean, just Tampa. I mean, so you got to beat that team. That's your Achilles heel. I know Houston's gave us a lot of fits, but it's just really the Astros. So, I mean, the Dodgers now are in first place. They caught the Giants. I mean, it goes to show you anything could happen in baseball. The Mets, well, the Mets now are almost the Mets are only 5 games out of first. I don't think they're going to make it, but to make a long story short, that's it. Just sweep this series and. That's it, and then the Yankees should be great. I mean, they'll be in control, and they'll have a bigger lead. Eventually, they'll get a bigger lead, and they'll make it. And maybe we could still win the division. So that's let's win tonight. So
yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go eat some dinner now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So have a great a great night, and go Yankees.
Yeah. Oh, and happy Labor Day to everybody.
Oh yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, happy Labor Day.
We'll be back after the Labor Day. So shout out to Will Zimmerman and everybody else who checked in. And so I'm gonna say so long, everybody.
All right, take care, man.
And see ya. Good. It was a good show. Thank you for watching.